For the last 30 years, we have been supporting disability activists. We've seen that a lot can change in a generation.
And I can remember, I phoned up a very important British official in the administration of aid in Britain at that time. And I said, I'm starting an organisation which is going to be a development agency for disabled people. And he said, you won't get anywhere. It's just not going to work. It will fail.
To my knowledge, no organisation did things like AD did. AD is completely different. AD's approach is to make the disabled believe that they are human beings, have rights and dignity.
There was still a tremendous amount of condescension about disabled people. Of course they didn't want paternalism, they didn't want to be treated kindly, but what they did want was training. They wanted capacitation. They wanted to be, in the literal sense, empowered.
For over 30 years, we've been supporting disability activists to build powerful movements. We've given them the tools to challenge stigma, abuse and discrimination in the community.
When we started our work with the disabled, there was no government allowance for them. No organisation was ready to give them loans. They were not allowed into schools. AD's efforts resulted in the government agreeing to provide interest-free loans to the disabled people for the first time in Bangladesh.
We've connected activists together to create powerful movements for change.
The disability movement in Uganda is probably one of the most developed ones in Africa. I'm always very proud to say that you cannot speak of any of the national disabled people's organization in Uganda and you don't mention the role of AD International in its formation.
We've created connections between the disability movement and political power holders. That has helped change the global policy landscape.
The Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities is making the central point that disabled people are subject to the same rights as all people, disabled or non-disabled. And that argument's been made and won and enshrined in international law. So you're not asking for favours. You're holding people to account for what they are obliged to do as power holders. And that completely changes the conversation.
The foundation of disability movement is nothing about us without us.
We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
To give to AD is to give to the human spirit, is to give to the best in people.
A lot can change in a generation, but we still have a long way to go.
I dream of a society where there will be no word like disabled. I think our work will be successful when all disabled people have the identity of human being.